Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your greatest support. Now, today, the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta, appeared during the Jubilee Grassroots Party leaders meeting in Muranga. And there are a lot of issues that were discussed, or there are a lot of things that Uhuru Kenyatta said during the party's meeting. I want us to discuss that and also the direction that ODM is taking, bearing in mind that Ruth Odinga is still reminding the people that ODM is intact and that there is no one who can change anything or who can make ODM change their mind, because ODM is not a party that can be, is not a business party. Is not just something that can be bought by anybody. And also the stand of James Bob arguing on the same issue of ODM party. But before that, I would like to request you fellow Kenyans that please, if at all we are meeting for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button, because by subscribing, it will give you a chance that any moment there's a video that has been uploaded by Bonita Media, you will be among the first people who will get it, because YouTube will always notify you that there is a new video that has been uploaded. Now, back to our discussion. I would like us to listen to Ruth Odinga speaking before I come back so that we can continue with the discussion. Listen to Ruth Odinga.
I'm just saying this, that my brother in death as in life was a really loved man. And us as a family, we thank you all, because we don't even have a moment of mourning. We are not alone. You're with us. I love the way you are embracing my sister-in-law. In fact, right now, I expected after this death, because normally, you know, I'm the last born, that Otoga Kumamrim, I don't know how to say. So, you know, she also was my school teacher. So you can imagine. But I thank God. This time, hata kama napata kidogo na hepa kwa ajili kuna wageni. Nikishaenda kikana wageni na hepa hivi. So I don't get that kind of the onslaught. She's been really taken care of. Tabu, asante sana for taking care of Mama. Junior, I love your strength. Same as Winnie and Rosemary. I think because of what we've gone through even in life as the Odingas, we are resilient. And I think we are very stoic. We were taught by Baba. We've seen a lot during his lives and tribulations in Kenya. And so we are able to, and I'm assuring you that as the Odinga family, we are going to keep on carrying his torch and the torch of the Odingas. And please support us in that. We will make sure that this family continues and the Odingas will still continue shining. And for me, as I sit here, I keep on saying, His Excellency, I know the loss you've gone through. That was one of your best friends. And the two of you really looked after Kenya. You know, you can only be a warrior and you choose only a warrior to go with to war. Why Raila Odinga used to go all the time to war with Kalonzo? It's because he knew he's a warrior he can go with to war. And I know it's a lonely path, but don't worry. There'll be a warrior who's going to come out. You will not be alone in this journey to ensure that Kenya continues. For me, I know, you know, even Azimio hajavunjwa ama mlivunja. Ongea, wewe ni lawyer ndani. Treasurer, Azimio bado iko. But I want to talk that as you even have the Azimio as it was, as you have Wiper as a party, you can see Wiper being strong. I can assure you as Kenyans that ODM will remain strong, ODM will remain united, and ODM will remain one. And I can tell you that ODM is going to any negotiation table as a strong, one, united ODM. We will not allow ourselves to be weakened. This is a party like the party of the Kenya People's Union, which was started by Odinga, which was a party for the people, of the people, and by the people. And so that is the same tenet of which we have ODM. ODM is a party for the people. And because it's not a cash party. Huwezi kununua watu tu juu na chini na nini. ODM is not a cash party. ODM ni party ya watu. And we will take it back to the people and let the people decide. But the people are going to decide, and I can hear the wave coming. They are deciding that ODM inabaki na iko huku na ODM will go. Come 2027 tutaona vile tutafanya, lakini tutaingia kwa any negotiation, any election, we're having a strong.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the issue of Ruth Odinga before we conclude with Uhuru Kenyatta's. We all know very well that ODM right now, it has the verge of it's something that people are still trying to ask its direction. It's not stable. Let me use that word. ODM right now is not stable. And being that it's not stable, everybody is trying their level best. There are those who are working on how ODM can stand, can remain firm, can remain the only party strong. There are some that wants ODM to join hands with William Ruto. And I bet you that if ODM will do a mistake, if these people will do a mistake and accept that they sell this party and join William Ruto, that will be the end of ODM. That is the naked truth. You know, a party that has been live and strong for the past 20 years, it's not easy for it to just succumb like that. But if they really want that to happen, if that is the direction that maybe they want it to go, it will simply go. People like Gladys Wanga, we see them yapping. We see what's going on. Now, Ruth Odinga is saying that ODM is not a party to be bought by anybody. And in fact, this one she said yesterday at Opodo Farm when Kalonzo Musyoka went to pay his last respect at Raila's funeral. Mama Ido Odinga mentioned something, and she said that what Kalonzo Musyoka has done, not everybody has ever done. And in fact, she was like, stand firm for the country. So in other words, it's like Mama Ido Odinga was endorsing Kalonzo Musyoka indirect, though she said that I'm not a politician, therefore I'm not going to talk about politics. This is what I think, that Ruth Odinga is smart upstairs. We can't lie. And being that Ruth Odinga is smart upstairs, there are those people who she's going to work with, because it's like they understand this game, they understand each other. The likeness of Babu Owino, we have got Babu Owino, we have got Edwin Sifuna, we have got James Bob Agri Orengo. Of course, we had Orengo also mentioning something like that and talking about that thing also. So that those are the few people. Let me say that those are the few people who understands ODM. And who in particular right now are the eyes of ODM. If they do a mistake and accept people like Gladys Wanga who are moving up and down, you know what Gladys Wanga is fighting for is this issue of being the deputy president. She is really much obsessed with power to a point that she can do anything to make sure that William Ruto chooses her for 2027. Because William Ruto also knows that he has got nobody who is capable to run with him in 2027 if he'll not get anybody from Luo Nyanza. Now, trying to look at Luo Nyanza, who will accept to work with William Ruto? Do you really think that Uhuru Kenyatta can accept to be William Ruto's running mate? Being that right now is the party leader of ODM, and we have Edwin Sifuna, we have got Babu Owino, We have got Ruth Odinga. Those are the people that are right now are vocal. And James Bob Agorengo. They are the people that are really looking at what is happening in ODM. Do you really think that these people can allow Uhuru Kenyatta to be the running mate of William Ruto? He can't. They can't. So the only person, in fact, you see the way Gladys Wanga is doing things. He went and organized, I don't know how do we call it in Homa Bay, paying the last respect to Raila Odinga in Homa Bay. So I was like, where did Raila Odinga, okay, where's the homestead of Raila Odinga? If they really wanted to do this, why did they decide to go and do it in Homa Bay? And why is it that she is the governor that is so much obsessed with this issue more than others? What is her target? Lengo lake ni gani? Na nikakuja nikagundua kwamba lengo lake kuu ni kuhakikisha kwamba amefanya chochote ambacho anaweza ili kumfurahisha William Ruto. Ifikapo mwaka 2027 jamaa akamchague. But I think we can say that she's doing too much. Yeah. Actually, she's really doing too much. And I really believe that what she's doing is not necessary. Let me just say that whatever she's doing is not necessary. Because take a look at this. You want to force people to follow William Ruto. How many are you? Very few. I saw Simbarati. Simbarati is just walking around the country, saying that she's the deputy party leader. The deputy party leader is going to work with William Ruto up to 2027, 2032. What is, hao watu ni kama walichanganyikiwa kabisa. Sijui tuseme kifo cha Raila Odinga kiliwachanganya ama kili yao ilikuwa ishachanganyika kabisa. So kifo cha Raila kikaja kikaharibu kabisa. Kwa sababu tell me how a whole governor will be walking around the streets around Kenya in the name of campaigning for William Ruto. And you are a governor. In fact, Simbarati was saying that Fred Matiang'i anataka kuwa rais. Mimi pia niko hapa. Mimi ni wa ODM, Fred Matiang'i ni wa Jubilee. So kila mtu ajipiganie ajitetee kwa watu. Mimi nitafanya kazi na Ruto mpaka 2032. And you are an ODM member, official, and you are not even in... I really don't understand. Nani aliroga watu? Who bewitched these people? Because at this point, the only question that we can ask is, who really bewitched these guys? The second story is of Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is giving a warning to Jeremiah Kioni, that is the Secretary General of Jubilee Party, and this is what he's saying. Let's stop insulting other leaders. Even if you do not like them, there is no need for insults. Respect is the only sustainable value. Sometimes I get angry when I see leaders who claim to be fighting for Jubilee Party, but do so by insulting others. I'll tell you, these stories I see online, people claiming to be in Jubilee, insulting others, including Gachagua. I do not want to be part of that. If I see someone doing this, I will have them chased out of Jubilee. Who are these people? We start from there.
Piganie chama yetu ama namna gani? Na hiyo ni mzuri. No kiria kienda hakaragia ni kuona ati aratetera kiama gitu akirumaga ari angi. Uramarumira ki? Uramoria ki? We ndwendie sera yaku, ndwendie we uria urenda. Ha? Na niĩ Kioni Secretary General nĩngũkwĩra. Kũrĩ niĩ, maũndũ macio ma hĩndĩ ciothe gũthoma mtandao, andũ nĩ ndiũĩ, na aroiga arũgamĩrĩire Jubilee, mararuma Gachagua na kũu araruma ũrĩa ũngĩ. Niĩ ndikwenda maũndũ macio ma gĩkoni. Na tũiguithanie ithuĩ tũtirĩ kĩama kĩa iru. ya kurekebisha isipokuwa kuchukua nguvu za serikali mikononi mwenu, kutoka kwa MCA mpaka hata kwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Tunaelewana vijana, si ndio? Na hiyo yole, wacha niwaambie, si kwenda ati kuchukua ule ambaye ako na sauti kubwa, kwa sababu hiyo ndio makosa yetu, haswa sisi watu wa area hii. Iwe tuli ado ati ule woka to Kenya ato ibera rwebo aina dashi amuthekia arumana ati ucio niwe muto ni wocio. Ni njiraga andu atiriri, ririkana oro ne kware ngano thiku ici andu matiganagirwo no kuone kiwana ke mwakiurire diodi ithuĩ nĩ twaganagĩrwo nĩ athuri aitũ na atumia na maitũ na acucu magatuhe ng'ano.
Who are really these people that are insulting others? You know, there is one thing that I came to learn with the politics, that politics is always a dirty game, yes, and it's normally survival for the fittest, and only the strong survives. And the politicians have got this notion that if you insult others, that is how you become vocal. That is how you are known in politics. How did Rigathi Gachagua become, by the way, a popular like this? Because I've been trying to trace how did Rigathi Gachagua become to be so much popular like this that sasa hivi anasikika sana? Is it not because of insults? Ama kuna jambo, pengine kuna jambo fulani ambalo Gachagua alifanya nzuri ndio likafanya watu wakampenda ama wakaanza kumfuata, lakini kwangu nafikiria kwamba ni matusi tu. Matusi hapa na pale, wajua mimi ni mtu mzuri, you know, I'm capable of doing this, all those issues. They've been there, they're there, and the politicians knows how to play their card so well. So I would really like you to tell me what you think at the comment section, but I really feel like, you know, this statement of sana sana hapa kwa Gachagua, let me say this a little bit. We know very well that Uhuru Kenyatta tayari alikuwa ashachagua party yake na ashachagua ya kwamba anaenda kumsupport Fred Matiang'i. Sasa wakati ambapo alisema kwamba anaenda kumsupport Fred Matiang'i, it really brought a lot of issues in Central, in Mount Kenya, especially with Rigathi Gachagua. And I know he was like, why is it that Uhuru Kenyatta is not seeing me here? Kwani mimi si wa maana anaenda achukue Fred Matiang'i kutoka nje ili aje alafu anampa party yake. One thing we have to understand is that Uhuru Kenyatta worked with Fred Matiang'i. And he knows what Fred Matiang'i can do, he knows what Matiang'i cannot do. You see? So it's like they know each other. I know you guy, you know me, I know you can do this, you can't do this, I can do this, I can't do this. So hao watu ni wale watu ambao wanajuana. So the real deal here, or the real question that need to be asked here is, how are all these things going to be solved? Because there must be a way that all these issues must be solved. The only way that these things must be solved is that the opposition itself, I'm talking about opposition should have one goal. Like the only goal that they have right now is to take Ruto home. Now, after taking Ruto home, you also need to have a plan on how you're going to do that. If you are elected, suppose, how are you going to do it? You know, you had Rigathi Gachagua mentioning the people of opposition, and he failed to mention Fred Matiang'i. I don't know why, but it also brought a lot of speculations online. But all in all, we have to say that that is politics, and everything is possible in politics. After all, guys, that's just my thought, and that is all I have for now. Let me also know what you think in the comment section, but don't forget to drop me a comment. Tell me what you think and where you're watching this video from. Until we meet again, I have been your host, Bombshell.